Here we go. All right, y'all. So this is week 5 now. This is day 1. So this is it's a peak week of this build phase. So starting the week off, I figured I'd give you the little beginning of the week pep talk here as I strap up, and you can enjoy me gracefully tying my shoes. I get a lot of comments on that, but hey, I just tie them how I tie them. Although I will say when I fucked up my wrist, it really slowed down and made my shoe tying capabilities a little weird for a while. But either way, we get them tied. Don't you worry about that now. So this is it's a pretty short day today, and luckily I'm a little sick, to be honest. And I used to like beat myself up, or like always wonder, like, 'cause I'm supposed to be this image of health, so it's like, why the fuck am I getting sick and shit like that? And so I'd always like overanalyze, and there's been a lot of times where I have been able to look back and kind of pinpoint, like, oh yeah, I've been under a lot of stress, or this this and that, or maybe I was not eating the way that I should, or not resting, or whatever the case may be. But the beauty about having this life operating system, this life manifestation method that I teach in my free course and through the certification program is, it's like you've got all your shit together. Like you're doing, even logically, you're doing the best that you can be doing. And so coming from that place, it makes it easier to just surrender to the process of just whatever is unfolding. And so I've noticed, in this time specifically, it's like, it's not like I've been fucking around or like, not taking care of myself. And so I've just been able to surrender to, like, this is how it's supposed to be. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. Because, sometimes too, there's a difference between, like, having the best way to describe it, like having a sickness or some kind of illness and having a dis-ease. Because sometimes, like what I feel like is manifesting right now is this little cold or whatever the fuck. Sometimes that's exactly what you need in the bigger picture of things for how things are unfolding. And I forgot my knee sleeves. I don't want to go in those knee sleeves today, fuck them. And then sometimes there's some kind of dis-ease. Something is off balance here. There's like a virus, for instance. We get so scared of germs, bacteria, and virus and shit like that. But a lot of times a virus is simply, even, you want to talk about the COVID or whatever. A virus is like this, it's like a software upgrade for your system. Because it's like information in the environment. And then when it's interacting with your body, and you also got to think, what is my body, what's outside of my body, and that opens up a whole rabbit hole. But basically it's this information interacting with your body to tell your body about the environment, and then it helps your body to upgrade its system to better cope with the environment. And so all that is to say is that's kind of where I feel like I'm at right now. And I feel like I've noticed that when the seasons shift like this is typically when I'll have something like this. And it's usually just my body is just gathering the information and adapting and changing whatever the kind of internal environment operating system to prepare for the new seasons of things. So overall, like, I don't feel too bad. That's why I'm training. And also it's a peak week, which kind of opens up another little discussion point, because being that this is peak week, and even though I'm not feeling the greatest, I'm still gonna fucking pull up, and I'm gonna, it's a heavy week, so I'm gonna send it. And I'd imagine, I felt a little something. And the cool thing is, you pay attention to this stuff, you'll notice your body's little signals. Because I noticed my throat felt a little weird at the end of last week, and then basically yesterday it kind of like manifested as like, all right, here we go. There's a little something going on. But today, honestly, feels like this is the worst that it's gonna be, and then I'll be chilling the rest of the week. But either way, we're gonna send it today. We're gonna have some fun. And like I was saying, depending on where things are at in the cycle, and this is a lot of times too, part of that surrender process and just trusting and just tapping into my heart, my soul, and just knowing when is it time to push, when's it time to back off. Because sometimes you are fucking beat up and tired and sick and whatever, and it's time, like you're called to push. And that is part of the surrender, whereas sometimes you feel that way and it's like, okay, no bro, you need to take a step back here. Sometimes even you feel great and it's like, okay, you still need to let off and stay easy on this. So that's why, you know, a lot of what I teach is not so much, I do give you these rules and these principles to give you some guidelines, but beyond that is really trying to teach you, and not even teach you, but just help you to remember your own connection with yourself. Because once you tap into that, you have that source of knowledge and information regardless of what's going on in life. So you know, you can make these little decisions that are very moment to moment, very circumstantial. So again, like right now, I don't feel the greatest, although I feel pretty good, all things considered. But I feel called to push it still. Whereas in other instances, it may be the opposite. Like maybe if this was like a rest week, it'd be more of like, you know, it's time to rest and to back off. So it's a lot of different factors, as you can imagine. There's always going to be a lot of different factors, but it's the infinite causes of the one effect. So you can meditate on that. But either way, like I said, short day today. So we got snatch pull, power snatch, snatch mounts complex, just 2 heavy sets of that. It's at a 4 out of 5 intensity. And then we've got a front squat plus jerk complex, just a 1+1. Again, 2 sets, 4 out of 5 intensity. So let's get to it, yo. Thanks for tuning in. Another little tidbit for you. If you have times where, you know, you're a little sick or tired or beat up or whatever, volume is what really taxes the system. So doing a lot of shit, even if it is lower intensity, like lower weight, the volume is what really kind of stresses the system. Whereas the intensity, obviously as high intensity is still going to put a stress on the system, but when in doubt, you're better off doing higher intensity, lower volume, because that still allows you to maintain whatever level you're at, because you're still having that stimulus. There's another way to look at it is like intensity is what determines the stimulus, and the volume is what drives it in. So either way, you know, like I was saying, it kind of works out today because it's a low volume, but the intensity is still relatively high. So it's like, I may, you know, if this was a long ass day, that may kind of dig me into a hole a little bit, but because it's a lower volume day, I can still push it pretty good, but not tax my system too much. And it's a little bit of rule of thumb for y'all. When in doubt, keep the weight up, cut the volume, okay?
Yep, we're gonna go for it.
Let's see, I'll probably start at 95. I don't know, I really want 100 today. But we're gonna Well, we have to check the footage on that one, but felt pretty damn close to powering. I know if I'm powering 100 plus, then that's pretty good news for my snatch. So let's see what happens here. And we're gonna do these front squats and the jerks next. Stay tuned, y'all.
Let's go.
All right, well, those were not the prettiest, but we got her done. It's always interesting how, at least for me, I'm like very specifically good at exactly what I do. So we've been doing the jerks from the blocks, and I've been getting better at those. But then we do a front squat plus a jerk, and it's like a totally different movement going on. I feel like, in my experience too, a lot of people can relate to that. And there is a thing called the SAID principle, SAID. Specific adaptation to imposed demand, which is why a lot of what our program is based around, specificity, is you get better at exactly what you do. Obviously there's transfers and correlations and stuff, but if you want to get better at snatch and clean and jerk, you should probably do a lot of snatch and clean and jerking. All right, y'all, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you real soon.